Alright, so today we're going to be doing a run through with Curren Chan here, and we're going to be getting her up to an A rank. Now, this is a pretty easy run. If I go to my list here, you can see that, we've done quite a few A rank runs with Curren Chan. Actually, my first run with Curren Chan after I pulled her when she was still base level was an A rank. So we should have no problem getting her up to an A rank here. And I will go through the strategy on how I do so. So when we enter career, select Curren Chan and legacies. We're going to want to get as high power legacies as possible. The reason for that is Curren Chan doesn't need stamina and she doesn't need guts. She's a sprinter, so those don't really play a part in her overall performance. So the stats that we're going to want to focus on are speed, power, and wit. Now, speed trains power as well. Wit trains speed as well. Power trains stamina, which we don't need, and we only will really need to train power a few times. So that's why we want the power stats as high as possible via the legacy characters, so we get that passive skill bonus while we get those legacy boosts throughout the career path. Now, if you don't have good power legacy Umas, you can always go to guests, search for a character that has a good power bonus. I have some 63s here, and those are going to be our 9-star bonuses. But for the sake of the video and keeping it a little easier, I'm going to just choose the 2 that I have. Now, these A ranks here don't actually affect their overall spark. It's just the career skills that they ended with and career points that they ended with. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go and confirm these 2. 42 power, 12 speed. Those are both stats that we like, and we want power as high as possible. For my support cards, you can see that I already have this saved for Curren and Bakushin because this seems to be the powerhouse for them. Always have a friend that has a maxed out Kitasun Black, because as far as support cards go, she's an absolute powerhouse. That is going to give you so many speed bonuses, and she has some great skills as well. So I have better cards than what you're seeing here, but since everybody may not have gotten, maxed out wit cards, I'm going to go with some more base level ones. Choose the best ones you got. Best speed, best wit. You can also do this with one power card, but this works the best for me mainly because wit does give a little bit of energy back, and having these 3 on it makes you click on it more and it makes you rest less. So let's go ahead and start the career. I'm going to put this on fast skip so we can kind of power through it. Alright, so at the beginning here, we're going to ignore what skill it's on. We're just going to focus on friendship bonuses. So on wit right now we have 3. That's kind of a bummer because wit does give a little bit of energy, so it's sort of a waste, but it's the early game, so that's fine. In this case, we're not going to train stamina late game, but there's 3 on stamina. To be completely honest, I do not know all of the dialogue options. In fact, I barely know any of them. That's completely fine. You don't really need those dialogue option choices to get an A rank with Curren Chan. So in this case, I'm just going to click whichever one sounds like it may give us energy. Now we have a couple with 2 on them, but I do like to train speed most, so I'm going to go ahead and train with the 2 on speed there. We'll do some partner running, get some stat boosts. 3 on speed. 3 on speed's what we're going to go with. 2 on wit, 2 on guts, and we have a skill hint. So we're going to go ahead and do that because Kitasun Black has good skill hints. And we want to rest as little as possible, but we did get some good options there. So in this case, we are going to rest. That way we don't risk that. Oh my, what an awful start. So in this case, we really don't want to debuff right off the beginning of the game. So we're going to go ahead, try to treat that. Didn't work. It is what it is. We can always try to recreation. We went to the shrine, and did we get the cure status ailment? We did. Excellent. Going to the shrine has a chance of curing your status ailments. 2 on wit, so we'll choose that one. We just got a little lucky there, to be honest. 3 on power, and the roll speed, so that's great. We'll choose that one. Now, throughout this whole entire career path, we're going to keep Curren Chan as a front runner. Because we're going to be focusing so much on speed, having her as a front runner is going to give us the best chance of just being ahead and staying ahead. We got 11 turns to train here, and we're going to still focus on those friendship trainings. The quicker we can get these up to rainbows, the better. 4 on guts. Normally we don't train guts, but that is a good setup right there to train a bunch of friendships. Got some energy back there. Excellent. 2 on stamina. Or 2 on wit. So we'll train that. Get a little speed there. Good set of pipes will give us a mood up. 2 on wit. 2 on stamina. Speed, but Kitasen Black is already a rainbow ability, so we're going to train wit and get these 2 closer to that. 4 on speed. That's the option we're going to go with there. This is a hard one to pass up. 5 characters on guts. That's going to give us a bunch of friendship bonuses, so we'll go ahead with that. We'll take a rest since our energy is getting really low. 2 on power. We do have 3 on stamina, but 2 of them are already rainbow training, so we'll do the 2 on power. Try another time to get back some of that energy. Three on power, 2 rainbows. Silent Suzuka's kind of lagging behind here, but this one will probably get her up to rainbow, so we're going to do that. We'll do our race. We'll do the G2. If we place first in this, we shouldn't have to worry about fans for the rest of the career path. Excellent. Make them happier next time. That may have not been the right option. I don't really pay attention to those. So I'm going to go ahead and take a rest, even though we only got 2 turns left, and see what else we can train here. So I don't even see Suzuka in here, so we're going to train Guts just because we can get her up to a rainbow, or very close to it. Agnes Tachyon has some good bonuses. Try again another time, get some of that energy back. It's not a lot, but it adds up throughout your career path. We got our 3,000 fans. And we have 5 turns. Alright, so we can do 33, 2 rainbow on speed. That's good, so we'll go ahead and take that. Get some rest for the holidays, get some of that energy back. Kitasen Black Rainbow is hard to pass up. Alright, so now we have 2 on speed, but it's a 35% failure. I do not like that. We don't really have anything as far as wit goes, so we're going to rest. Get better soon will give us some energy. It also gives a mood up if you have mood down. Suzuka, you're killing me. All right, so we got Wit, but we also have the trainer on this one, so we're going to do that, or the director, because we do want to get that director's friendship up too, because at the end of the game, if she's maxed out, we will get a big bonus there. 2 on Wit, let's take that. And we're not going to buy any skills. We're going to leave that until the very end of career. That way, the discounts that we get throughout the game will kind of stack up, and we'll be able to buy the most skills possible by the end of our career. And that gives a bunch of career skill point bonuses, which ultimately gets us closer to that A rank. So we got 4 turns going into the Owl race, whatever that's called. We'll train double speed Rainbow. That's great. Hopefully we'll get some triples moving forward and get those levels up. So now we have our inspiration. This is where most of our power comes from. Probably get around 70, 76 power. Great. I really want to get Suzuka up to Rainbow, so I'm going to do a power there. She just has not been landing on any of the partner training very well throughout this match so far. So let's get a little bit of energy back with our Wit, Agnes Tachyon training. Once again, Suzuka's on power, so we'll train power one more time. And I believe one more training with her is going to get her up to that Rainbow ability. Don't overdo it, get some energy back if you can. In this case, it gave us some skill points. We'll do our sprint race. One turn, so now we're probably going to get a good speed one in here. Any luck? Yep, we got a speed Rainbow training, 11%, definitely worth the risk there. Eat your vegetables. Just eat your vegetables, Curren Chan. And her mood didn't go down, so that's good. View results here should be first. Now we're going to get a lot more Rainbow trainings going forward, because all of our support cards have the ability to do Rainbow training. So we're going to get some bigger bonuses going forward, and the bonus levels for the skills, 1 through 5, are going to start going up as well, giving us even more. Our energy's super low, so I'm going to just recreation this one. Kitasen Black training. Wit training. We'll do the top option here and get some power. No Rainbow training. We do have the ability to get Suzuka up to orange. There we go. Thank God. She's finally there. Took her time, but that's fine. Run as fast as you can. Give some skill point bonuses. 15 in speed there. We'll do a rest going into this since we only have 1 turn left. That way, the next career option that we have going into the next race will be able to rank up and do some more training. The results should be first place. Excellent. So now we have 10 turns. That's going to give us plenty of time to train up some of these skills. So we'll do Rainbow Training Speed. That's great that the director's on there too. She pops up randomly as well, just like your support card. So, normally by the end of any round, any career playthrough, you'll have her on maxed. Don't go mood down. Alright, so we're going to train Kitasen Black speed training there since her energy is pretty high. Try again some other time, get some of that energy back. 24. 24 is not great. It's better than nothing. Wit training 23, that's pretty good, so we'll go ahead and take the wit training. If she has this bonus, I always go for the carrots because that gives us some more energy back. I believe that depends on what your friendship levels with the director are at that point in the career. 27 on speed. Yeah, I think if you have her up to green, you have a chance of getting that ability to claim some carrots and get some energy back. We're also going to choose Get Healthy here. That way we get some energy back as well. Just gives us some free turns. 25 speed. I respect her a lot. Will give us some bonuses. 23, 19. We'll do wit there. Reason we did wit there was we only have one rainbow on speed, so that's going to give us some energy in case we get multiple. So 30 speed. And then this last one, hopefully we'll get a good speed option as well. 2 on speed. Now we do want to get that mood up. So after this race, we're going to do a recreation because you get stat bonuses when your mood is above good. So we don't want her stuck at normal if we can avoid it. Some of the mood down events are really random and it's super RNG and you might get them and it might screw up your whole run and you just kind of have to deal with it, unfortunately, but you can usually make it through. Another race, we should have no problem winning any of the races going forward. The Chukyo turf should be first. Excellent. All right, so now we're really going to want to focus on training speed and wit. I think we have 11 turns this time around, so first we're going to try to get that mood up. We'll get that second inspiration and get some extra speed bonus points, and power, actually. We got gold here, which is great. Excellent, mood up. So now we don't even have to do a recreation, we'll rest. And now we can really focus on training these stats. And if we get lucky, we will get a lot of rainbow training going forward. And it really is as simple as that. It's going to come down to luck. When it's one of these RNG games, you can only do so much to get you where you need to be. Like they say, you got to make your own luck. So here we got a rainbow training speed. We got another rainbow training speed with Kitasen Black, so we'll take that. Now we're up to A. And now we're up to speed level 5. So we're going to get extra bonus points when we do speed training. I don't like that just because it's not a lot. There's only one of them on there for rainbow training. So now we're in the beach again. I really don't like these beach events. 28 in wit. That'll give us 9 points in speed, so that's good too. Power should get up to A, no problem. So now we're really just focused on speed and wit. You moody. Okay, so we got 43 speed. That's great. That being said, mood down. Very unfortunate. I hate to see it. But I believe we have 5 or 7 turns after this race. So we should be able to mood up and then train wit and speed some more. All right, so we'll do a recreation. Work on speed, get some speed bonus points there. Trainer wit, get some extra energy. If we get lucky, we'll get a lot of wit rainbow training here. And then one good speed. We'll do another wit. Get that skill bonus from Silent Suzuka. .36 speed, not going to pass that up. That'll get us up to S in speed. So we'll do a rest since our energy is really low. .17. We'll train our wit because we want our wit up to a B. We're getting there, and I think we'll get at least 45 points just from completing the Aura Finals. 25 wit, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Do our race. Again, we're stat-wise, we're fine. We should have no issue completing the Aura Finals right now, but we're just trying to get those stats up high enough so we can reach that A rank goal. I don't think we'll have any problem with it this time around. They're looking pretty good. Still want to fingers crossed for some good stat boosts here. I'm going to train speed because right now wit's going to get up to B no matter what because it's only 20 points away. And we get at least that much just from completing these races. Now, if we're lucky, this time around we'll get a really big speed rainbow training because we want to get that over to over 1100 if we can. We got some pretty awful RNG with some mood downs throughout this run, but that's okay. So we train speed. We should pass 1100, A plus power, B in wit. Alright, so now we are Ura final champions. I believe we maxed out friendship bonus with both the support characters, so we'll get +5 for her. We'll get the director's fan, which will give us +15, and then the traditional +5 at the end of beating the Ura finals. So if we look at our final stats, 1123 in speed, 945 in power, 641 in wit. This should be enough to get us that A rank after we choose our skills here. So when we go to our full stats, we can see that we have a S aptitude for front. So we're going to want to get as many front skills as we can and then get the rest off with A pace and A sprint. So I'm going to scroll to the bottom and kind of work our way up. Look for front, 30% off a front. %off a front. Looks like that's it as far as front skills go. We didn't actually have a lot of them. Professor of Curvature is a fantastic skill, gives a lot of bonuses, so I'm going to go ahead and select that as well. And now the rest of our skill points are going to go into sprint and pace skills, because those are A aptitudes, and we get bonus points for those as well. Pace, 10% off. Sprint, unfortunately no discount, but that's okay. Pace 10% off. So we have 321 skill points left. Now we want to get as many skill points that have a base cost of 100 or more. So let's look for some good discounts here. $30 off. I think these are all 99s. 10% off, that's 110. We have 112 left, so we'll go with Lucky 7. Not a good skill at all. It's god-awful. Very rarely are you going to have good use for that skill. But we can see our skills here. And our attributes. We'll complete our career and hopefully get that A rank. I was drinking some coffee, but I am back. So there we have it. It was pretty close. We did have some rough time with the RNG that run, but again, we didn't really focus on anything too difficult. Just speed, wit, and power training. It really is that easy. You can do the same thing with most of the sprinters, you know, Sakura Bakashin, Haru Urara, Curren Chan. Um, I believe the same method works with vodka. I've had same luck with is it Smart Falcon, the relatively new release. All of those, they worked out pretty well with this strategy. So yeah, I highly recommend using this method in order to get your first A rank or get Curren Chan up to an A rank if you haven't already. You can always tweak the races a little bit if you're getting good RNG, you know, with speed and power and wit, and you're getting, you know, 3 rainbow trainings on them throughout your career. You can always take some more races to try to get that up to the legendary pyramid there. And at the end of the day, the sparks are going to be completely random. You can heighten your chances by having over 600 and 1100 in certain skills, but it is still a dice roll, and we got a 1-star guts here, so that's fantastic. I hate this so much. I wish there was a way to just guarantee a 3-star speed or a 3-star power, but there isn't. And that is going to be it for this run. So yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know. But other than that, I hope this video was helpful, and have a good one.